Welcome back to the Super Rare Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video, we're revealing the top 3 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The 1946 Lincoln wheat cent carries a rich piece of American history. It belongs to the wheat penny series, which was produced from 1909 to 1958. The obverse side or front features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in honor of the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse side, you'll find 2 wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, a design that symbolizes prosperity and American agriculture. Now, the year 1946 came right after World War II. During this period, the U.S. Mint switched back to using copper for pennies after a brief experiment with steel cents in 1943, a change caused by wartime metal shortages. By 1946, the country was rebuilding and materials were more available. So these coins were once again made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving them that distinctive reddish-brown shine. Now let's talk about mint marks, a key detail every collector looks for. In 1946, the U.S. Mint produced these pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, mint mark; San Francisco, mint mark. If your 1946 penny has no mint mark, it means it was minted in Philadelphia, the main mint of the United States, and also the one that didn't place a mark under the date. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 991 million coins that year. That's nearly a billion pennies. However, even with such a large number, finding one in extra fine condition after nearly 80 years is still impressive. Condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. 1946 no mint mark wheat penny in circulated or worn condition is usually common, worth around 1 to 5 cents. But once you have one in extra fine condition, where Lincoln's hairlines and facial details are still sharp, and the wheat stalks on the reverse are crisp, the story changes completely. Collectors love coins that maintain their original design and luster, and that's why an extra fine or uncirculated 1946 penny can easily stand out in today's coin market. Market value today, current market value in dollars now. Let's talk about what everyone's waiting for: the current market value of the 1946 1 cent coin with no mint mark. As of today, based on collector demand and auction results, circulated condition, around 5 cents to 10 cents USD; extra fine condition, around 25 cents to $1 US; uncirculated, MS60 MS65 can go from $2 to $10 US, depending on color and luster; red uncirculated, MS67 or higher. Some have sold for over $100 to $250 US in rare cases at professional auctions. That's not bad for a coin that once bought a stick of gum. While the 1946 penny is not considered an extremely rare coin, overall collectors often hunt for special varieties or minting errors that can make certain coins unique and valuable. Look out for double die errors, especially on Liberty, or the date off center strikes, die cracks, or lamination errors. Any of these minting mistakes can raise the value of your 1946 penny significantly, sometimes into the hundreds of dollars. So, if you find one that looks unusual, don't spend it. Have it checked by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1946 wheat penny isn't just a piece of copper, it's a symbol of post-war America. It tells the story of a nation recovering from global conflict, returning to peace, and reviving everyday life. For many collectors, owning a 1946 penny is like holding a piece of living history, small, simple, yet deeply meaningful. So there you have it, the 1946 United States 1 cent coin, with no mint mark, in extra fine condition, a beautiful and historic collectible that still holds value in today's coin market. Even though it might not make you instantly rich, it's a reminder that every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than its face value. So keep checking your pocket change, your old jars, and your family's coin collections. You never know what treasure you might uncover next. Top 2. The 1975 Lincoln cent belongs to one of the most iconic coin series ever made, the Lincoln Memorial Cent, designed by Frank Gasparo. The obverse, or front side, features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the earlier wheat ears. Design in 1959. Now, let's step back into history. The year 1975, America was still feeling the aftereffects of the Vietnam War, and inflation was hitting hard. The U.S. economy was changing, and so were the nation's coins. Even though the penny had a face value of just 1 cent, by the mid-70s, the cost of producing it was already becoming higher due to rising copper prices. That makes every 1975 penny a small witness to a time of economic struggle and transformation in U.S. history. Coin close-up showing Lincoln's face and The 1975 Lincoln penny was struck using 95% copper and 5% zinc, the same composition used for decades before the switch to copper-plated zinc in 1982. That means this coin still carries a true copper core, giving it a slightly heavier and more metallic feel than newer pennies. Now, about the mint marks in 1975, the U.S. Mint produced these coins in 3 locations. Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver mint mark, San Francisco mint mark. 4 proof coins, so if your penny from 1975 has no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia, the main U.S. Mint facility. The Philadelphia Mint struck around 5.45 billion of these coins that year, a huge number, but finding one that survived in extra fine or uncirculated condition after nearly 50 years is not easy. Now, when we say extra fine condition, what exactly does that mean? A coin in extra fine condition shows only slight wear on the highest points. Lincoln's cheekbone, jawline, and hair above the ear are still clear. The lettering remains sharp, and the flat areas of the coin retain much of their original luster. This level of preservation makes the coin stand out from millions of others that have long been scratched, dull, or corroded. Market value of the 1975 no mint mark penny today. Transition effect, current market value, appears on screen. Now let's talk money. How much is your 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark worth today? The value depends on its condition and appearance. Circulated condition, around 2 cents to 10 cents USD. Extra fine, between 15 cents to 25 cents USD. About uncirculated, around 50 cents to $1 USD. Mint state, MS60 MS65, between $2 and $10 US. Top graded examples, MS67 red have sold for $150 to $300 US at coin auctions. Even though most are common, flawless examples with full red color and sharp strike can bring real collector money. Error coins and special varieties, B-roll, macro shots of mint errors, double dies, off-center strikes. Here's where things get exciting: mint errors and varieties. While the regular 1975 no mint mark penny isn't rare, there are special versions that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you find one with double die, obverse slight doubling on the date, 1975, or the word Liberty. Off-center strikes, where the coin design isn't centered properly. Die cracks, raised lines appearing due to cracks in the minting die. BIE error, a small die chip between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like an I. These varieties are highly collectible, and depending on the error type and condition, some can be worth $50 to $500 US or more. Oh, before you spend that penny, take a closer look under a magnifying glass. Why collectors love the 1975 penny? Collectors love the 1975 penny because it's one of the last years to use pure copper. Right before the dramatic composition change of 1982, it's also nearly 50 years old, which places it firmly in the vintage category for modern numismatics and extra fine condition. This coin represents a great blend of history, design, and affordability, perfect for both beginner and experienced collectors. As time goes on, high-quality examples of copper pennies like the 1975 no mint mark will only become scarcer. Copper itself has intrinsic value, and coin collectors are holding on to these older cents as tangible pieces of U.S. history. So, while its face value remains 1 cent, its collector value and historical charm make it a smart coin to keep, especially if it's in extra fine or uncirculated shape. So there you have it, the United States of America 1 cent coin from 1975, with no mint mark, in extra fine condition, a true piece of American coinage history. It might not make you a millionaire overnight, but it tells a powerful story of American heritage, economic change, and enduring design. Remember, sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories. Top 3. The 2012 Lincoln penny belongs to the Lincoln Shield Cent series, a newer design that replaced the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse in 2010. This new reverse features a bold Union shield, symbolizing national unity, strength, and preservation, a tribute to Abraham Lincoln's legacy as the president who held the nation together during the Civil War. The design was created by Lyndall Bass, with the sculpting done by Joseph F. Mena of the United States Mint. In the front, we still have the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 by Victor David Brenner, one of the longest-running portraits in U.S. coin history. The 2012 penny represents a blend of tradition and modernization, marking more than a century of Lincoln on the U.S. 1 cent coin. Now let's talk about what the coin is made of. Since 1982, the U.S. Mint has produced pennies using a core of 97.5% zinc and a thin copper plating of 2.5%, giving the coin its familiar reddish color. So, unlike older pre-1982 pennies, which were almost pure copper, the 2012 penny is a copper-plated zinc coin, much lighter and cheaper to produce. As for minting locations, the 2012 1 cent coin was struck in Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver mint mark, San Francisco mint mark for proof coins only. If your coin has no mint mark, it means it was struck in Philadelphia, which produced over 3 billion pennies that year. But finding one that's still in extra fine condition, with sharp details and minimal wear, is what makes it stand out from the crowd. What extra fine condition means, B-roll. Comparison between worn and extra fine 2012 pennies. A coin in extra fine condition shows light wear only on the highest points such as Lincoln's cheek and jawline, but most of the finer details remain visible. On the reverse, the lines of the shield and the small text E pluribus unum are still crisp and easy to read. There's little to no discoloration, and the surface has a nice even tone. This level of preservation keeps the coin desirable to collectors who focus on modern-era coins in high grade. Segment 4. Market value today. Transition effect. Market value in dollars appears on screen. So, how much is your 2012 no-mint mark penny worth today in the collector's market? Let's break it down. Circulated condition. Worth its face value $0 and 1 cent extra fine. Worth around 5 cents to 10 cents USD uncirculated. MS60 MS65 can be worth 25 cents to $1 mint state red MS67 and above graded examples can reach $20 to $150 depending on color, strike, and grading certification, and that's not all. Coins with minting errors can be worth much more. Rare errors and varieties error coins are where modern pennies can get really valuable. Here are some 2012 penny errors and varieties that collectors hunt for. Double die obverse, DDO doubling on Liberty, or In God We Trust. Off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing or misplaced. Die cracks or die chips, small raised lines or bumps, especially around the shield or Lincoln's portrait, i.e. error, a tiny die chip between the B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the letter I. Some of these error coins have sold for $50 to $300 at auctions, depending on how visible and unique the error is. Before spending that 2012 penny, take a good look under a magnifying glass. You might be holding a hidden gem. Now you might wonder, why would anyone collect such a new coin? Well, modern coins like the 2012 penny are becoming increasingly popular among collectors, especially in high-grade conditions. It's getting harder to find flawless coins in circulation and certified red. Mint state coins are now selling at premium prices. Plus, this coin represents the early years of the shield cent design, making it part of an important modern chapter in U.S. numismatic history. Future value potential. While most 2012 pennies will always be worth a cent, those that are well preserved or show rare errors have long-term investment potential. Collectors and dealers alike expect that high-grade shield cents from the early 2010s could rise in value as fewer perfect examples remain in circulation. So, if you've got a 2012 penny with no mint mark in extra fine or uncirculated condition, hold on to it. Could become more desirable in the coming years. There you have it, the United States of America 1 cent coin from 2012, with no mint mark. In extra fine condition, a small but powerful piece of American currency history. T reminds us that even the most common coins can hold stories of design, craftsmanship, and cultural heritage. While it might not make you rich overnight, its value lies in its condition, detail, and the chance that it could be a rare variety worth much more than a single cent. If you enjoyed learning about this modern treasure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Super Rare Coins for more videos about valuable coins, coin history, and the latest market trends. Comment below if you have a 2012 penny. Tell us where you found it and what condition it's in. You might just have a rare one sitting right in your collection. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth more than gold.